Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. So for this week, I picked up a few films, a couple of special editions as well, and I thought, you know what, show them all in one video, just do a weekly pickups video. And some of them, again, it's like most of my weeks, some are good, some are not so good, but some nice, very nice editions as well. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first one I'm going to show, now, people are going to find this a bit weird. We've got Phantoms. Now, the reason why I say people are going to find this weird, I cannot tell you how excited I was to get this film on Blu-ray. I am a huge fan of this movie. Now, there's actually nearly everyone hates this movie. I love small town horror movies. This one just ticks all the boxes for me when it comes to horrors. And it has a decent cast in it as well. You got Ben Affleck, you got Peter O'Toole, you got Rose McGowan, you got Liv Schreiber, great cast. And it's directed by a fella named Joe Chappelle, who directed Halloween 6, I think he done the... Yeah, it was Halloween 6, the Curse of Michael Myers. And yeah, it just has this kind of... Yeah, it just has this real creepy kind of Silent Hill kind of vibe to this movie. And yeah, I do. I love small town horror films, and I was very, very excited to get this finally on Blu-ray. Unfortunately, as soon as I knocked the film on, my excitement went to pure dread, because the picture looks absolutely horrendous. I don't know how to describe it. It might be a slight upgrade from a DVD. All the blacks, and this film is dark, all the black levels are all pixelated. It looks truly awful. This is a Spanish release as well. This might be a bootleg release, I don't know. Going by the picture, it probably is. Really is a massive letdown, and unfortunately, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's probably the best this film's ever going to look. Which is, yeah, it's kind of a shame on my part anyway, because I do like this movie. So Phantoms, yeah, very disappointing. Right, up next we have got Come Play. This is a German release. I remember when this film came out, it actually came out fairly early on when COVID hit. It was probably one of the first horror films to come out that year. And I was always kind of intrigued to see it. So if anyone's just wondering what the film's about, it's about these parents that are doing everything they can to protect their son from this mysterious creature that goes by the name of Larry. That's the only really ridiculous thing about this movie. His name is Larry, this creature, and he's kind of communicating with the child through electronics like phones and TVs and this, that and the other. And the film was okay. Look, it was a grand way to pass an hour and a half. It's not gonna kind of win any awards when it comes to originality or anything when it comes to horror even. It's just a run-of-the-mill horror movie, and you've probably seen it 101 times before. But yeah, if you're looking for a monster movie out there where the creature goes by the name of Larry, this is the film for you. So yeah, Come Play, bit of a disappointment. Up next, we got a film. This is actually a lovely media book for a film called Alone, another German release as well. Yeah, another run-of-the-mill movie that you've seen 101 times before. This girl gets kidnapped. She's actually on a move. She's moving away from... I think her husband killed himself, sorry. And she's on a move, and she gets kidnapped by this chap. He kind of holds her in the cabin, and the whole movie is her kind of escaping and him trying to track her down. Yeah, I've seen this movie 101 times before. It's not terrible. There's nothing bad about the movie. It's just you've seen it so many times. The thing that gets to me about these movies is there's a bit in this movie where your one escapes from the cabin. Like, they're in the middle of this wooded area, massive miles each way of woods, and she runs out of the cabin. Your man doesn't even realise she's gone, and then when he does realise she's gone. He walks out of the cabin and he looks around, and then all of a sudden he just manages to go the exact same spot where she actually ran off to. And I just find these things to be it's ridiculous. The woods are so vast and it's so huge, but somehow he still manages to find her. And he doesn't track her now or anything like that. He's not an experienced tracker. He just happens to come across her. It is kind of ridiculous. And this film got something like 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. I really do not know what film these critics were watching, but yeah, not for me, unfortunately. Alone, seen it so many times. Right, up next is a film that I have not seen yet, which I am very, very excited to see. We've got A Quiet Place 2. This is a gorgeous steelbook I got of it from Zavi. Kills me that I'm still buying off them, but oh, wait a minute, no, you know what, this is not off Zavi. Sorry, I'm wrong, this is Amazon UK. Can't say much about the movie itself. We did watch the first one again just to kind of get a fresh kind of take on it before going into this movie. So we're going to be watching it probably Thursday night. So I probably will feature it again somewhere along the line, and I will share my thoughts on what I think of the 4K transfer, what I thought of the movie itself, and the sound. So yeah, we're quite excited about this one. Everyone was talking it up. A lot of people saying that apparently it's better than the original, that's a bold statement to make. And yeah, we are very, very, very excited for this one. So yes, we got A Quiet Place 2. Very excited. So up with my last of the Blu-rays, or the 4Ks of my movie, sorry, we have got The Babadook. Now, the problem with this I have, unfortunately, this is the first time I bought off Second Sight, and unfortunately it looks like it's going to be the last time I buy off them, because like, it was a great price in Second Sight, don't get me wrong, it's nothing to do with them, but unfortunately I was slapped with a huge customs fine of nearly €15, so it's basically a third of what I actually paid for it. And so this thing actually cost nearly €70, and I'm sorry, it's just not worth it. It's a beautiful release, don't get me wrong. It has a lovely hardbound book in it as well. It's got postcards, lots and lots, so many features as well, incredible amount of features. But for £70 or €70, it's not worth it. So unfortunately, I won't be able to buy off Second Sight anymore. Which is kind of weird, because normally I don't buy off them. Normally I would just get Second Sight's releases off Amazon, but unfortunately I've noticed the last couple of limited editions that Second Sight have brought out, they're not selling them through Amazon. So I don't know what is going on with that. So yeah, so the film itself, look, I've seen it once before. I hadn't seen it in years. I picked this up. It's good. It's a good movie. It's never going to be one of my top movies. I have to admit, I'm not going to lie, the first 25 minutes of this movie, I nearly put my head through a wall trying to just deal with the child in this movie. He drove me insane. I was actually rooting for the Babadook to get this child all during this movie. He pissed me off something rotten. And it took a while for this movie to kind of find its feet, but when it did, it was quite enjoyable. I'm not going to lie, the woman in it, I can't think of her name. Let me see if I can get her name. Is it Essie Davis, is that her name? She was quite brilliant in the movie, I have to admit now. The mother was fantastic. And it has its creepy moments as well. But the child just drove me insane. Oh my god, even now thinking about it, I'm just going to put my head through the camera talking about it. But it is a gorgeous release from Second Sight. I give credit when credit's due to Second Sight, that some of the additions they do bring out, even though some of the movies can be questionable, but they do put a lot of work into them, and this is no exception. This looks absolutely incredible. So yeah, The Babadook. Oh, and the 4K transfer on this film, even though it's a very, very dark movie, the transfer is quite beautiful. But it doesn't really lend itself well to 4K. If anyone's seen the movie, you'll know exactly what I mean. But you'll have no complaints with the picture. It's very, very sharp. Black levels look incredible, especially for a film like this. You need your black levels to look good. And if you have an OLED TV, I think you're going to get a good, decent viewing out of this. So yeah, that's The Babadook. Right, so the Sunday gone, we went to a record fair, first ever record fair I ever went to, and we picked up a couple of vinyls. I'm just going to show two of them off, because two of them are my favourite soundtracks to the 80s. So up first we have got the soundtrack to Rocky 4. I can't stress how much I love the soundtrack of this movie. I actually do a lot of running. And I have a lot of the music from this. I don't know what it is, the music, the training montage, it just kind of, I don't know what it is, it just kind of spurs you on, and it's a great soundtrack to listen to, and to finally get this actually in vinyl. I think we paid something like around €10, so very, very chuffed to get this. So yeah, that is Rocky 4. And then one of my favourite movies of the 80s, we got Ghostbusters. Again, another amazing soundtrack. I don't know now if this is... I was going to say if it's the original release. It looks very old. I'm not going to say it's probably back in the 80s. It probably might be maybe a reissue that they done in the 90s. But I have to admit though, for a record fair item, it's in incredible condition. And we have absolutely no complaints with it. And look, the music off it is just absolutely... Anyone who knows the movie, the soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal. And it's just... I can't stress how much I love... I used to have this film, a soundtrack on vinyl years and years ago when I was a child. And to finally get it back, it's quite brilliant. So yeah, that's Ghostbusters. So the last thing I'm going to show, which is ironically enough, I've never done this on a video. I don't even collect these. My fiance actually bought this. And the minute she showed it to me, I was like, you know what, I'm going to have to feature this in the video because it looked so good. So we're going to stick to the theme of Ghostbusters. So yeah, my fiance is a huge collector of Funko Pops. And she came across this one. She knew it was a special, so it was going to be a bit bigger than your average Funko Pop. But what she got in the door, she had no idea it was going to be this big. So yes, we have got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And he, as you can see, he is slightly burnt as well. Like a regular Funko Pop looks probably around that size. So you can imagine her excitement when she actually seen this. It truly is a thing of beauty. I'd never show Funko Pops in my videos. I have to admit, I don't collect them. Simple as. My fiance absolutely loves buying them, and but I had to feature this, especially when I was showing the soundtrack to Ghostbusters. But this thing is huge, and it really is a gorgeous showpiece to anyone that's out there that wants to collect Funko Pops. This is an absolute must to have in your collection. So that is it, folks. That is everything for the week. Again, it really is amazing. So I think she's going to maybe keep an eye out for some more of these kind of bigger ones. So yes, that's it. That is everything for the week. So as per usual, folks, if you did like this video, please do give us a thumbs up. And if you could please leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought of some of my pickups this week. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. So take care, folks out there. Stay safe. Bye bye.